Hey, thanks for joining me today. Today we're making a really easy Gigante bean and Gremolata. It's fresh, it's easy, delicious. Let's get going. Okay, we are going to start our beans, and you can use Corona beans or Gigante beans, which are the Greek version. That's what I have. And 1 cup of beans soaks into 2.5 cups. So we are going to do 2 cups, which will then soak into 5 to 6 cups of beans when they are cooked. We're going to cover them with water, and these can sit for anywhere from 8 to 24 hours. So, you know, I don't like a lot of salt, but you have to have some because otherwise you're going to have a very flat bean. So I'm going to put in a teaspoon. Okay, the beans have soaked overnight, literally 24 hours. And look at the size of the beans that we have now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse the water off those, pour in some new water, and we are going to cook those. We're going to start looking at them at 1 hour, and then we're going to go make our beautiful salad. Now, if I would measure these, I would say we have close to 5-6 cups of beans. Let's just measure them for fun. 1, 5 cups. So 2 cups of dried equal 5 cups of soaked. And the recipe calls just for some old school ingredients that basically these are going to cook in. Give it a little smash, drop it in. And you want 4 cloves, but those are small, so I'm going to call those 3 cloves. Okay, and then we have 1 carrot cut into 3-inch pieces. You won't taste this, that will just give it just a nice little edge. Take off the little bit of edge. Now I freeze my celery because I don't eat a lot of it, but you cut it into 3-inch chunks into the bowl. And 1 whole onion. And 2 teaspoons of salt. Now remember, we used 1 teaspoon of salt in there. I tasted the water before I dumped it out, and it's so lightly salted, but we're going to fill this up with water, and we're going to drain some of this water off. So 2 teaspoons is fine. Some people use more. I don't. And then this is interesting. I've never had bay leaves fresh. I've always had to buy them dry. I'm in the Midwest. And here were some fresh ones, and it called for 2 of them. So I put in a couple of black peppercorns. Only don't grind it. That will make it peppery. You just want it very gentle. And then we're going to cover the beans probably close to the top. And we're going to cook for 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And you have to check your own to make sure they're doing what they should be. But don't overcook them. You don't want these to turn into mush. These are beautiful. And I'm going to check those in 1 hour. Now you don't have to add this if you don't have it. It's just a little rosemary. Put that in there and just add to the flavor. Very cozy. Okay, those are done. I did have to let those go an hour and a half, but I want to show you what they look like now that they are done. They are big and luscious, and they are perfect, right? And I'm going to let those rest, and then I'm going to make our sauce for them. Okay, our beans have cooled, and now I'm just going to strain those and get the onions, celery, carrots, and bay leaf out of there, because then we are going to make our Gremolata sauce. Okay, I think we got max capacity out of there. And as you can see, there are some broken ones, and that's the rest of our boiling water. So I'm going to give these a quick rinse just to take off the kind of bean fiber that is on everybody. And those have drained off beautifully. Look how clean they get. Just gorgeous. Okay, now we are going to start on our aromatic Gremolata. Basically, we need a cup. Now, if I was doing this just for me, I would chop this. But since I want to show you how you can present it, I'm going to chop it up and put it in the Cuisinart so you can get a very aesthetic look on it. So we take 2 cloves of garlic. I'll drop that in there. And then we're going to put in the zest of 1 lemon. And then we put in 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. 1. Ridiculous. And then 1/2 a cup of good olive oil. And I'm actually going to put in my rough chop of my 1 cup of parsley. And 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And a pinch of chili flakes if you'd like. And then just pulse that. Okay, we're done. So we've got our Gremolata made, and now we just beautifully put it onto our salad. Go light, go heavy. Start a little light, I suggest. You can always add more. And just dress these. And then we're gonna just garnish it with a little bit of lemon zest. Put in a little bit more black pepper if you'd like. That's a lot of beans. Remember, that's 5 cups of beans. So we've got a lot going on here. Now, when these sit, let these sit maybe an hour or 2, even a couple hours if you have time. You will not be sorry. I'm going to plate some up. Those are so beautiful. You guys, how can something so simple be so amazing and beautiful? This Gremolata sauce came out beautiful. It is easy. Keep it in the refrigerator. It goes over everything. Fresh. You let that sit overnight. Game changer. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.